Tartare burgers with a bunch of spices, and what I do is I put some peppercorns in a mortar and pestle. I crush them up, and I add pepper, a good shot of pepper. I add salt, and I add oil. In this case it's grapeseed oil and balsamico. And for whoever likes it, you add a little bit of paprika. Mixing all these spices, use the mortar, grind it up. It's better to mix your spices in fluid instead of putting it in the burger separately, because you get a more even mix and you don't get lumps of this spice or that spice that way. And now I pour it into the burger meat. Has already an egg yolk and chopped onions. Don't mind getting your hands dirty, because the best way to mix it is with your hands. Don't put it in a blender. If you put it in a blender, the onions get really hard and sharp. So you have to use your hands, mix it up until basically the whole thing gets a sticky, stick together, gooey mess. Now, you form your burgers, don't make them too big, and you do this, and they have to really stick nicely together, see? Don't use too lean a meat, because they get dry and they won't do what they're doing. And the reason they stick together good is the egg yolk. Now we have one really interested client already, Leopold the dog, and he would probably like them best if they were uncooked, but he eats them cooked too. Now, the grill stone has been on the grill for about 20 minutes at high heat to heat up. It's a new one, it's not seasoned yet, and what I have here is a silicone brush. Do not, under any circumstances, use a plastic or natural fiber brush. It has to be silicone. That's the only material that will hold up to the heat. And you can see the light color of the grill stone. It's brand new, hasn't been used, just washed. And you put a little bit of vegetable oil on it, and use your silicone brush and spread it. The oil will soak into the stone and give it a darker color, which is actually the color you will see later as you use your stone more and more. It will look like cast iron. Also, it stores a lot of heat, and you can see how the oil kind of seeps into the stone. And the holes you see in the stones are actually what makes that grill stone work so well, because it breaks the bond between your material and, whatever you cook, and the surface you're cooking on. And that's why it doesn't stick. Okay, this is seasoned enough. And now take your burgers one more time, left and right, and on he goes. There's my spatula. Next one, the little one, goes in the back. Another one, and one more. So one grill stone is actually good for 2 people. If you have 4 people, you should have 2. You can add them on your grill, depending on how big your party is. And now you close the lid, and you forget them for about 5 minutes. Now you left them alone for 5 minutes. Don't poke around on them. Take a look. They're doing perfectly fine, as a friend of ours would say. You try, see, they come loose without frying or anything. A little brown on the bottom, just the way they should be, and you get under them, you lift up, and it should come loose right away. If you start poking around on them, they will fall apart on you. These ones out here don't get as much heat. So this one probably, oh, he's loose too. But not brown yet. But you can see it doesn't stick to the stone, and that's the important part. Now you do the same thing. Close it. Now it doesn't take as long anymore. I would say 3 minutes, 4 minutes, depending on how thick the burgers are and how you like them. And I will show you what they feel like when you touch them, if they're still rare on the inside, and what they feel like when they're done. A burger that is rare on the inside is kind of spongy. You press it and see how it comes back. Now, the one in the back is probably done by now and cooked through and doesn't have sponginess anymore. So you press it and it doesn't come back. Those are done. And this one, see, this one still has a little sponginess in it. You press on it and that tells you how far they are. Now you can actually turn your grill off. The stone will hold the heat for quite some time. You can leave the burgers on. And another thing I'd like to show you is take a piece of bread and you mop up the juice that came out of the burger. Burgers come off the grill. First comes the piece of bread. That's what it looks like with the juices. And the burgers are now done. You see the underside. And now you press them. There's no more sponginess, so they are, for the person who likes them, well done. Now, what you can do to clean your stone is just gently scrape off what's loose on the surface, and you cover that grill again, the lid, later. More will burn off, and the rest of it you can scrape it. See, it comes off real easy. Don't put any soap or anything on it. I mean, just scrape off what's loose. Comes off really easy. Don't use force. Don't press down on it. Stone is kind of tender when it's hot. You know, you don't want to break it. And you can leave that stuff on there until it's cooled off. Or you just brush it off when it's cool. Now, the next time you use your stone, you clean off everything that's on it, you turn it over. You don't want all the loose stuff to fall into your grill and burn and, you know, make it flare up and smell. And then you oil the backside just like I showed you in the beginning, and that's how you can use, you know, either side of the grill. I would recommend to keep one stone and 2 stones for meat and 1 for fish, because the flavor does seep into the stone a little bit. And now it's guten Appetit. We'll go and eat.